Hi everybody, I'm coming to you from the Venice Free Methodist Garden. As you can see, we've grown a garden here in the chapel since the coronavirus, and so over the last 6 months, look how wonderfully these trees have grown so tall. And in fact, oh my goodness, there's a weed. I picked this weed out of here to make this garden a little more decent. And so actually they're fake trees, and I'm in the chapel, but I wanted to give you the sense of a garden for a purpose. I want to encourage you in terms of your prayer life. Last week we asked you to pray for the March on Washington, D.C. that Franklin Graham is leading, and hopefully a lot of people can participate in that. And we couldn't go, of course, but hopefully you could pray from your own room. We're inviting you to pray for our election process and the 30 days of prayer and fasting. So we encourage you to sign up for that and pray so that we know that God's hand is on he who is elected, because we want the person that God wants in the White House. And so we encourage you to pray. And Jesus prayed a lot. He prayed a lot. In the book of Mark, chapter 1, after a full day of ministry, it says that he went to sleep that night and got up early and went off into the out of the community to pray, and he spent time praying there. He had spent a full day in ministry the day before. He had taught, and then he had freed a man from a demon, and then people heard about that he was there, and the rest of the day he was healing people who were ill and freeing people who had demons. And so he had a full day of ministry. If you've ever done that, it is exhausting. And so when he went to bed that night, I'm sure that he was very, very tired. But in the early morning, it says even before the sun came up, he got up and went out to pray in the area. I hope that you're doing that too, going into the wilderness. And it says in verse 35 of Mark chapter 1, it says, "In the early morning, while it was still dark, he arose and went out and departed to a lonely place and was praying there." Well, maybe that lonely place had some fake trees like this, and it was an opportunity to be someplace where it's quiet. Let's turn your home, because it's very possible that your home has become a lonely place. Turn your home into a prayer garden and spend time with the Lord there. If the time with God, Jesus, was connected to the Father, he was refreshed, he was rejuvenated, and he was ready to take on the next day of ministry. Maybe you need to be renewed and rejuvenated. Well, the place to do it is with the Lord. You don't have to go very far. You could just spend it in your front room or in your bedroom or wherever it might be. Spend time with the Lord and pray. And let his presence rejuvenate you, make you fresh, prepare you for the next day's, whatever comes the next day. So God bless. Join me in the garden, and we'll spend time with the Lord in prayer. Take care.